stopped the Autumn. Took down their comic maker. She did your job for you. I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the Antam from taking over.
Jacobus?
I'm fine. But I'm not going to be a part of this.
Well, now that that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the Antam and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
Both are important. Strong with the crows, strong against the gods.
Someone else seems to think so. The contact knows the city and the Antam.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. Their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
People in this city continue to sicken and die. Do you not have other more pressing matters to attend to?
So where are we meeting?
Near the field hospital, where the market used to be.
And they asked for me, not you or Viago.
Even with what happened to Treviso, your fight against the gods is spoken of by many. You have respect, and no small admiration.
From who, though? That's the question.
I'll talk with this mystery contact.
And the rest of us will hope not to get caught in your crossfire again.
If we can remove the Butcher and weaken the Antam, then perhaps Treviso can start to heal from the Blight. With luck, this informant is our key to that. Find them, Rook. Hear what they have to say. Our informant is near the field hospital, Rook.
They said you'd know them on sight.
Remember, there are injured people there. Don't damage anything.
An unknown contact. Sounds like a trap.
We're fighting gods with the crows. I'm curious who would try to trap us. If our informant actually knows where Elganon and Gillinane are performing their next ritual, it's worth the risk.
Company, get ready. That's one for us.
Okay. Viago and Taya said our informant is somewhere in the market. Let's find them. I just hope their supposed information about the god's location is actually true.
Rook, I presume.
The Butcher!
There's no need for that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I promise, I'll signal when it's time to fight.
strange way to ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered Antam flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation, but not by me. I said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
You have a strange way of showing your affection.
I conquered it. I didn't betray it. Not like the cattle born here. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You and the crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
You're not an end-of-the-world type. Are you with the gods or not?
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city! So... you live in a casino. Let us make a game of this. I will become what the gods want. Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
Butcher was our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the Blight? Finish them off. We need to go after the Butcher. So the Butcher wants us to prove we're worthy of saving Treviso. That's what's happening.
He's given in to the gods' corruption.
Everyone's acting like normal, like the Butcher hasn't gone nuts.
Maybe it's safer to pretend he's fine.
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
I see what you need. Prove you deserve it.
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing.
I see. My Treviso. Will not abandon you to the traitors who gave you to me.
There's the Butcher. He's a Reaver and fighting his own Antom.
How are we gonna get information about the gods from that?
We have to hope he's still in there.
I see you, Rook, and I see the ritual. Match me, fight me. Listen! This is the power the gods give.
Butcher! Where is the ritual?
So beautiful, but not like Treviso.
And he named the ritual site Tearstone Island.
The butcher didn't lie, for whatever that's worth.
He got the death he wanted. Good trade, I guess. And he gave us the information we came for.
Yes, truly the Butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him go.
Eventually.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it. What's left of it, anyways.
You gutless traitor. You weren't powerless against the Butcher. You were working with him.
I don't expect you to understand this, but sometimes governance means not showing your entire hand.
You sold Treviso out to the Antom.
I did what I did to help this city, to save it, to keep my people from being slaughtered like cattle by the Antom. And you let us suffer and sicken in favor of Menrathus. I gave up the crows, you gave up the whole city. Treviso is dying, Rook, and its killer wears your face.
I've met some terrible people lately, even without counting Elganon and Gillenane. You're right up there in some pretty august company. What if Treviso's people could have fought back? Could have rallied to the city's defense? But the Antom kept them weak, let them die. That happened because of a choice you made. I live with the consequences of my decisions. Can you say the same?
You live with nothing, Rook! You have the luxury of distraction, of defining all your actions by the greater good. So take your team to Tearstone Island. Face Elganon and Gillenane, strike them down. Or don't. Either way, Treviso is dying. But it's still mine. Leave its funerary rites to one who cared enough about this city to make themselves its villain.
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The governor betrayed us all. And for what? A city that is sick, and whose recovery will be measured in years.
I take it you heard? The Butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Antom fell in line?
Whatever the Antom are looking for, Eventually's giving it to them.
The Blight changes things. Even the Antom fear it. The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
If only we'd figured out it was Eventually before all this started.
I wish the same. But regret does neither of us good.
We knew someone had delivered Treviso to the Butcher. You brought us their name.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The Butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Evenchi all along. They think they have the power in the Antom, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Evenchi will be hiding, so we will hound their Antom and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
We'll stop Eventually.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Eventually confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elgarnon and Gillenane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Evenchi.
If you truly want to help Treviso recover from the Blight, help us deal with the governor.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next.
Up for a trip to the Cobbled Swan?
Why? What's happening?
Nothing that I know of. With Aelia taken care of, I thought we'd check in. Maybe enjoy the Swan for once?
Balara, I'm sorry, Lisa.
It's hard. At least I got to talk to him at the real.
Spite will not stop demanding revenge for Treviso. Is there any more we can do?
Love conquer a curse. Last chapter of Two Hearts in Fog. Right here.
Thought the cart was done when the Venatori grabbed me. You did a good job polishing her up.
I was happy to help. Besides, Nev might starve without your cart.
Yeah, well, free fish next time. You too, Gallus.
Sure, Hal. Rana, I've got someone for you to meet.
Right. I'm almost finished here.
Good reading? And here I thought you'd be working our cases.
I got a tip on a red lyrium smuggler who leaves coded messages in the paper. I placed a coded ad pretending to be a buyer. If the smuggler took the bait, I'll know where he's trading the goods.
One day we'll come here and not get mixed up in something.
Well, then what would we do for fun?
I've got a few ideas.
Until then, it's reading the paper. What could go wrong?
Are we tempting fate now? That is fun. So, what are we after?
We're looking for the phrase Virantium Brandy.
Got it.
Hold on. What's this? Nev Gallus and Rana Savas, investigators?
Right, that. I may have paid for another small advertisement.
You what?
If we want to help people, they need an easier way to find us. It's approachable.
I regret this already.
Docktown couldn't ask for better protectors.
Oh, it could, but we're all right.
There, Virantium Brandy. I know where to stop the Red Lyrium deal. This one, anyway.
Good catch. You might work out after all. Still, I'd prefer you have backup when you need it. And if I'm not around... Rana, meet the Viper. I put in a word for you.
The Viper? You're real? Wait, a word? For what?
Come. It's time you met the Shadow Dragons.
Are you Nev Gallus?
How did you...
I saw your advertisement. I need your help.
Then you're in the right place.
My hero.
I wasn't already? Have a seat. I'm guessing you've got a story.
It worked.
Rook, good. We have discovered what Ivenchi is planning for Treviso. When you fought the comic master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some comic had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it.
Ivenchi.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... Now Ivenchi will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
We know about it, and we'll stop it.
After the dragon attack, and then the blight... The governor is a coward who has given up on Treviso.
Better to poison the last of it themselves than let anyone else solve these things.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Ivenchi from releasing the comic.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the Crows against the rest of Ivenchi's forces in the city.
Understood.
There is something else. Jacobus stormed off earlier. He did not look well.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Do you...
There's the garrison.
You look distracted.
Onto the garrison and the governor.
Please, go on. You look...
The courtyard looks empty.
No guards. Where are the Antam?
Ivenchi must be further in. We clear the garrison this time. Ivenchi's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
Look! Intruders! Got them down. We can escape across the roofs.
Nice move, bro.
courtyard's full of darkspawn.
That explains why Avenchi's Anton were trying to run. Move quick. Okay, now for Avenchi.
I will see you dead if it's the last thing I do before the...
All of them. Something's wrong. Something in the air.
Wait! Are these Anton real?
I see the comic is working. damned darkspawn at the gates hadn't scratched me, blighted me, if you hadn't interfered.
It wouldn't have made a difference.
Neither will my death. My comet could have helped stabilize the city. But it's still blighted, dying. Nothing can save Treviso now.
The crows, the citizens helping each other through the dragon and the blight, they're already taking care of each other.
It won't last.
I think it can. And so do the crows. You say you did all this for Treviso, eventually, to protect it. But you never really believed in it.
What would you know about the city I love?
If Rook hadn't stopped the governor in time.
None of that. It is...
Rook! I should have wine. We should toast you.
Evenchi is dead. The comic is being disposed of. All thanks to you.
The garrison's a mess.
Details.
The Antam remain, though with Evenchi gone, I think we will be able to persuade them to move on in the coming months.
People are being moved to safer areas outside the Blight. Crows have time now to patrol for Darkspawn.
It will take years, but we can plan for Treviso's future now that it has one.
Treviso would have fallen long ago if it really didn't have a chance.
I'm not so sure. A city is only as healthy as those who care for it.
You never gave up, Rook. We will repay that in full. But life is so dull if all we talk about are responsibilities. It is time to celebrate.
For our victory.
For Treviso's freedom.
For the crows.
What an excellent idea. Viago, dear, you mentioned something about getting us drinks?
I think we've done what we can for Treviso. We've shown everyone you can stand against the Antam and the Blight. Lucanis.
He looks just like me. Spite, I mean, when he manifests.
That makes sense, doesn't it? What's on your mind?
I've been thinking. Treviso is as safe as we can make it. So, when my contract to you is fulfilled, Spite and I will go our separate ways. Literally. I'm going to seek out a way to separate us, wherever that takes me.
If you could find a way, imagine what it could change. It would give hope to so many people.
I must start with one person. From what we've seen, changing the world is better done by degrees.
You sound like you still got some doubts.
Being possessed. It's not like separating oil and water. Each element permanently infuses the other. Spite wears my face, uses my skills. I know I've grown stronger. So, say I cast out Spite with all he's learned from me. What then? What if I free myself, but unleash a true demon of Virantium?
A demon who's worked in a team, saved people, and made friends.
He'd lose them if I cast him out.
You keep saying that. Like you'd miss him?
He's been part of me. He'd be alone.
Spite will only be alone if he chooses to be. But you can't control that. All you can do is trust that you're making the right call. For both of you.
I know. But from someone else, it's easier to believe. And it's easier to see a future I can live with when this is done. To strike hardest, one must aim beyond the target. Let's end it, Rook. You and I and Spite, and all the fury we can muster.